Just one victory in the opening 18 games for Burnley. That has to change quickly for them. Watford have been drawn back into the fight at the bottom of the table as well. Just 2 points separate these two teams. Burnley with 2 games in hand. Straight away it's up to Joshua King, leading the line once again for Watford. Sent into the middle, and it's going to be a difficult evening for goalkeepers, with, I'm sure, every opportunity being taken to send balls into the box. McNeil to curl one, safely wide of Ben Foster's goal. The first sighting of goal for Dwight McNeil.
Yeah, a lot of the creativity comes from McNeil, and it's a delightful left foot he's got, just setting his sights. He likes to come inside as well from that left-hand side. It's difficult to incorporate players, particularly as you're struggling near the bottom of the league. It's up to Roy Hodgson now to put some sort of framework. Weghorst
to Corney, the new combination, and it brings out a decent stop from Ben Foster, but that could be a sign of things to come that is very pleasing to the Burnley support.
Yeah, route one really. Weghorst did really well, and if Burnley are going to get themselves out of trouble, then this partnership has to click really, really quickly, and that's promising for the Burnley fans, isn't it?
Kamara forward, rush from João Pedro, and it allows King in. Back to João Pedro, sliding in with a crucial challenge was James Tarkowski. Just took a clip from Ozan Kamara. Given away cheaply. Here's King. He's only got João Pedro up there for company. It's Tarkowski that just took it away from him, but both teams exchanging possession cheaply here. Kuczka. It's a great ball across for King. Sema now.
It was first to the ball, wasn't it? Getting that ball across. It's a terrific, terrific cross. And King just got in front of Tarkowski.
Kamara. That's a really nicely measured pass through to Joshua King. Then he looks for the gap between Nick Pope's legs, but it was closed.
That's a brilliant run. Josh King there, you can see him pointing, wanting it. It was just the timing of his run was brilliant, the pass was brilliant, but just his pace took him away from Tarkowski. Then the angle just narrowed, didn't it? And Pope stood up well. Didn't really get much behind it, did he?
Walk on the corner. Femini, it gets a touch, and a goalmouth scramble. And on the line, somehow, Burnley have managed to keep it out.
It just hit him, didn't it? And well defended in the end, and there were so many bodies in the way, it was difficult for Watford to get some sort of touch on the end of it.
It's Foster sends it up towards Cathcart. Tarkowski in there, Cathcart helps it on. Sema, and appeals for a handball there. Watford continue. Well, they're still continuing and asking Craig Pawson the question as he blows for half-time. It might not quite be half-time just yet.
Yeah, absolutely convinced the Watford players that that was a handball, and it did hit Robert's arm. His arms were out. You know, when you talk about them being in a position where they shouldn't be, his arms were out, and it did hit his arm. Just see what Peter thinks.
Yep, over to you, Peter. What's... Well,
check's complete, I think.
Decision has been made. No penalty. Subs are on. Managers are up the tunnel. We are underway for the second half. Neither side really in a position in the table to accept a point. And Weghorst, it's come back off the crossbar. Well, what a start to the second 45. Here's McNeil. And Corney. Oh, what a start, Lucy.
Unbelievable, eh? He got players forward, and remember the wind swirl, there's a great little touch there, Weghorst, and then you thought it was going miles over, but because of the wind, Foster really just had to dive at it. It's a great tackle in the end, but Foster's keeping his eye on it, has a look at his goal and thinking, hang on a minute, this is going in.
That's short. He was looking for Tarkowski. João Pedro looking to profit here. King joining him. Sema on the far side. It's King. And it just wasn't as accurate as it needed to be from Watford.
Yeah, you see the look on Ben Mee's face. He knows exactly what he's done there. He's just put his partner in real trouble. João Pedro, up to the point that he made the pass, did everything right, but just the decision-making and the choice of pass makes it so difficult there for King to make anything from it.
Now Sissoko. Femenia. Kutska. It's a good delivery, good header too from João Pedro.
Well, that's probably the best passage of play this game's had. It's a great little cross from Kutska, good header, Pope just making sure. Daesh has blinked first, hasn't he? Made the change.
Here's Joshua King. João Pedro. It was never really troubling Nick Pope.
Keeping going, Watford, aren't they? They're getting themselves in good positions, getting closer, but that's not going to worry Nick Pope.
Cleverly, that's a loose one. And Rodriguez now. Picks out Maxwell Corney. Burnley hoping this is their moment. It's Corney. It's palmed away, driven across and through all the bodies. It just won't go for Burnley.
It's a terrific save initially when it gets to Ben Foster, but I don't know how. Nobody got a touch to that. It's a good ball in the end. Corney has just worked his magic, create some space for himself. Great save from Foster. But how on earth did nobody get a touch on that? I think that Rodriguez would have been offside, but terrific stop from Foster. And that's difficult for a goalkeeper. It's so windy and it's just moving the ball around.
Rodriguez won his header well. It was a decent read from Kamara. And now Cucho Hernández for the first time. Sema ahead of him. Hernández. The ricochet goes his way cleverly. And Nick Pope called into action.
He's certainly added some energy, hasn't he? Hernández done cleverly. Got a touch, didn't he, I think, from Ben Mee in the end. Just slowed it down. Enough for Pope to just stretch.
Well, it's not his best one at all. Neil Rodriguez, the final seconds. Sema wins the throw. Cucho Hernández looking to take it quickly for Cleverly. And that is that. The 5th 0-0 draw of the league season, the most in the Premier League for Burnley, and Roy Hodgson's return to the dugout results in a point for his Watford side. Both were desperately looking for all three. They have to settle for one. It's good to see Roy Hodgson back, but the fight for relegation for both Burnley and Watford goes on.
Click here for more videos.